Hello class, my name is Lynn and welcome to my week 3 discussion. So here's an overview of my presentation. I will discuss Landsberger's concept in the textbook and his original article, what it entails. And then I'll go over the Zirkle and Lutz study. It is an expansion of Landsberger's article along with some of my insights. So in chapter 4, it talks about the qualities that makes a successful mediator. So it incorporates Landsberger's study to support those characteristics because his study was about desirable traits for mediators to have. His data uses ratings of a select groups of mediators by other role groups, which means attorneys, representatives, officials, and the test results of the rated mediators. The results were based on how the mediators were known and liked in regard to the selected characteristics, which are sense of humor, ability to act unobtrusively in conflict, which means you're not assuming, and then the ability to create that perception of being with the disputing party. Just care about them, their well-being, and then being persistent and patient and knowledge about the subject in the mediation. And the series of tests were measured in terms of personality, interest, intelligence. But what's interesting is from the study is that his intention was to measure the capability of his psychological tests. In Zirkle and Lutz study, they expanded on Landsberger's research. They stated that Landsberger's study went the furthest and it was the most leading study in examining the characteristic of mediators, and some studies on the traits of mediators were started early as the 1950s. So their study confirmed Landsberger's finding that there's agreement in all role groups, meaning the three parties in their studies. With Landsberger, it was attorneys, officials, representative. So in Zirkle's and Lutz study, it was teachers, school board members, and the mediators. And it was shown that cognitive variables were the most favored across all the role groups. And what cognitive variables are is facts, knowledge of labor relations, and the mediators, they highly value personality variables like persuasions and persistence. From Landsberger's article, along with the Zirkle and Lutz studies, understanding desirable traits for mediators to have helps with the selection and training of mediators, especially when all the role groups agree with the desirable traits. The one thing I disagree with from Landsberger's article, his concepts, is the perception of being with the disputing parties, because it can be misleading that the mediator is not acting neutral. It gives the idea of playing good guy, bad guy act. And definitely knowledge pertaining to mediation is important to guide and encourage compromise between the parties. Again, that is cognitive variables. It is favored across other groups in Zirkle and Lutz studies. And from Landsberger's article, he did mention as a concept that knowledge pertaining to the subject of your mediation is important to be a successful mediator. And so that concludes my presentation. Thank you and have a great week.